Well, I mean, there's not really a lot we can do here today because it is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it is.
I've got a couple of ideas which you can do at home and which you can do, of course, this weekend. So you kind of let us have a run wild?
Absolutely, go for it.
I think in particular, you're an entertainer. I'm assuming there's a lot of food served and
Lots
prepped
of food,
in this area. Well, we've got something up our sleeves that will help you with your food waste.
Amazing.
Just by the way, there's no food waste with me because I eat everything.
Thanks, guys.
There's a little laundry behind you, everything.
There's little hidden bits everywhere.
It's
I love
fancy,
it.
isn't it?
This is a beautiful kitchen. You can clearly see that Belle and her family are entertainers. They've opened up this room. Now, Walt, I do have to ask you a question though about your kitchen habits in particular. When it comes to food prepping, food serving, food storing, do you have much waste in your kitchen?
Yeah, to be fair, I do. I mean, when you have people over, there's a bit of food that's left over. Not so much when I'm on my own. I've got chooks now, so they eat a lot of the scraps. But yeah, generally speaking, that waste that you scrape off your plate into the bin would go then into landfill.
Yep.
Now, when that's in landfill, it starts to rot down, which is kind of cool and everything, but it produces methane gas, which is a major contributor to the greenhouse effect. It's bad for the environment. It's actually worse than carbon dioxide for the environment.
And it is funny that you say that because a lot of what would be going into waste would be things that you can compost. I guess the only things that you maybe couldn't would be meat, bones, dairy, and then imagine if you live in an apartment.
Scrape it off the edge of the balcony.
Exactly. You've got no real way to even entertain the idea of compost. So we wanted to have a bit of a think about what we could do for Belle in her kitchen to help kind of eliminate as much of that problem as we can, and also for you at home, and I think for you, Walt. So while we were doing a bit of our research, we have come across something that, like all good things, has evolved and advanced so much that we just had to share it with you.
I'm so excited for this story. So food waste disposal systems have come a long way since I think the 70s or the 80s when they were first on the scene. Of course, technology changes and they've come a long way since then, and they are becoming more and more popular these days. For all those reasons which we were just talking about. I mean, you know, food that's left over in your fridge, some of that can go in this. You know, when you're scraping your plates, rather than it hang around in your kitchen bin until bin day, you can put some of that stuff in here too. But above all, you're reducing the amount of food waste that goes into landfill, and it's just very convenient.
So the model that we've chosen for Belle today is the InSinkErator Evolution 250. Now this bad boy actually sits under the sink, but basically all you need to do is pop whatever kind of leftover food scraps you've got into the sink, including some bones, fish heads, prawns, pretty much any veggies that you might have left over as well, into the sink. Turn the tap on, press the button, and this will grind up all of that food to about half the size of a grain of rice. The food waste is then transferred down your existing plumbing lines and processed through with the other organic waste from your home to a wastewater treatment plant. And some capable plants can actually take the methane from the food, transfer it into renewable energy and send it back to the grid. So it's great for the environment.
I'm walking alone. This is your door. I'm walking alone. I'm going home. I'm not
It's not the best.
We've raided her fridge, got a few out-of-date items in there.
Yep.
But the thing is here is that InSinkErators don't use blades.
Yeah.
So if you remember in the 80s, those older machines used to sound like motorbikes chewing up your food. They were pretty noisy. Thankfully, technology has changed now, so these are much quieter.
Now, installation does have to be done by a plumber, but it goes in and it uses your existing water points. So it kind of takes, I think, you know, the little bit of guilt that you might have attached with the old pre-rinse before you stack into the dishwasher away. You can simply scrape your plates into the sink, turn the water on and hit the button and you're good to go.
So I've got some chicken bones. I've got some beans.
Yeah.
Got the bits and pieces. Should we fire this thing up?
Give it a whirl.
Are you scared?
No, I'm excited. I think this is a perfect option if you want to be a little bit friendlier to the environment, have a bit of a cleaner kitchen. So,
all right, well,
let's do it.
press your fun button, turn the water on. Yep. That's how quiet it is.
I know.
I don't hear it. And then so you're just chatting away to your friend, you're like, yeah, no worries, all good. And then down it goes. And so what I would do, because it's a flat sink, there we go.
Pretty sink him saying table manners?
As me,
Yeah.
you cannot talk about food, young lady.
Well, I'm definitely sold. And if you want to find out more about which model might be best for your place, you can jump onto the website, InSinkErator.com.au, and check out the full range.
We know what you have to do now, don't you?
What's that?
Stack the dishes in the dishwasher.
I think I've got other plans.
So while you're doing that, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll be finding out how you can turn your roof space into a very cool attic, all starting with an attic ladder. Back soon.